I think projects are really all about change. The entire nature of a project is to create something new that didn't exist before. Every project is a new creation. It's really an invention. My name is Jonathan Kadashon. I work for Burns & McDonnell, the engineering and architecture and construction company, and my role is section manager in the construction design build group in New York and New Jersey. Been in New York about half my life, but in the current role for about the last 6 years. A lot of what I do is either project management or managing other project managers. I graduated college, I had a mechanical engineering degree, so then I went to work for this electric and gas utility in the Northeast US, and I worked there for about 4 years, and it was a great experience, but I'd actually been born in Israel, and at that point wanted to make a change and to go back there. So I went over there, and then I got a chance to jump on board with this fantastic project, which was building the first natural gas network in the south of the country, which is the Negev Desert. We got that up and running, and at that time I moved over to Siemens, and we had the chance to build these concentrated solar power plants, which were really amazing technology. It's not like the photovoltaic panels that you see on a lot of people's roofs. What it was actually these large parabolically shaped mirrors that concentrate the sun onto a central focal point. And in the focal point you have oil, which heats up and then runs a steam turbine. So on that project, I was the team lead for the piping engineers. We were designing them in Israel and then constructing them in Spain. So I got to go out there and support construction as well as supporting the design team back in Israel. It was a great challenge because they were heating up to 400 degrees Celsius, in excess of 700 degrees Fahrenheit, which is a very difficult temperature to work with. After doing that for a few years, I moved back to the States, and that's when I came on board with Burns & McDonnell. One project that we're working on is designing the first curbside electric vehicle charging stations in New York City. And we're doing all the design, the civil, electrical, structural design for these electric vehicle charging stations throughout the 5 boroughs of New York City. Once you open up the road, what you see is this dense network of pipes, and it's electric, it's gas, it's sewer, it's water, it's cable and telecom. You're going into this dense urban environment, heavy traffic, not to mention the subway, right? Trying to stop traffic, trying to keep people safe, work in this small environment. You have old buildings that you don't want to get too close to, crumbling cast iron mains in the ground, antiquated records too. Your maps and records sometimes from a pipe that may have been put in 75 years ago. I mean, good luck figuring out exactly where that is in the street. Just a tremendously challenging environment, but it can be a lot of fun as well. There was always this concept that renewables like solar and wind were not going to be as reliable as fossil fuels. But now we're seeing really an upsurge in energy storage, things like batteries and hydro storage and other technology that's starting to come online. And it's driven by a desire to improve the climate, and it's really making the economics around renewable energy even more compelling.